if you have 0 to a f of x dx, this is also equal to 0 to a f of a minus x dx. If you show that the given function is odd, then you can write easily it as 0. If it is even, then you can write it as 2 times 0 to a f of x dx. Now using allied angle property, sin pi by 2 minus theta is cos theta, cos pi by 2 minus theta is sin theta. Hello everyone, a warm welcome to one and all. This is your Shruti ma'am, Vidhyaashram School of Excellence, Mysuru. So in our previous session, we have learned some properties of definite integrals. Now let's take few problems and solve using those properties. The very first problem is given here. Integral from minus pi by 4 to pi by 4 sine square dx. So this is basically for an integral where the properties are used. Now we have an integral from minus pi by 4 to pi by 4. So I will change the integral to 2 times 0 to pi by 4 sine square dx. Why? Because I have the property, that is when you have minus a to a as an integral, then you can write it as 2 times 0 to a. So therefore, here I have taken this integral. Now again, sine square x. We know that from a multiple angle formula, cos 2x can be written as 1 minus 2 sine square x. So therefore, if you need sine square x here, then this can be written as 1 minus cos 2x whole divided by 2. Because I don't know the value of the integral for sine square x, but I can convert it into the form of 1 minus cos 2x by 2. So therefore, here 2 times 0 to pi sine square x can be written as 1 minus cos 2x divided by 2 into dx. So if you solve this integral, then this is 2 times integral of, so this can be written as 0 to pi by 4 here, 0 to pi by 4. So this becomes 1 by 2 minus 1 by 2 cos 2x dx. After evaluating the integral, since you have half here, half with respect to dx, you will get as half into x, and minus half is already there. Cos 2x can be written as sin 2x by 2. Sin 2x by 2. Let us apply the limit from 0 to pi by 4. So since this here the lower limit becomes 0, so f of a is completely 0. So what happens? F of b here 2 times. So apply pi by 4 here. So pi by 4 by 2 becomes pi by 8 here. So pi by 8 this becomes, and here we have 2 and outside we have 2. So therefore here it becomes minus half into half is 1 by 4. So 1 by 4. When you put pi by 4 here, it becomes pi by 2. So what is sin pi by 2? It is 1. So this is pi by 8 minus pi by 4, or it will becomes pi by 4 minus 1 by 2. So this is the value of the given integral. So using the properties, we have changed the integral to 2 times 0 to pi by 4. And making a substitution for sine square x, we have taken it as 1 minus cos 2x by 2. So previously we have learnt the method of substitution of solving definite integral and applying the limits. So the same thing also here we are doing, but only using the properties of definite integrals first. So then after getting the value of the integral, upper limit minus lower limit. Since lower limit is completely 0, no need to write it. Just put upper limit f of b, you will get the result. Since you have 2 outside, multiply it inside, it will become pi by 4 minus 1 by 2. Next. So we have integral from 0 to pi by 2 sine power phi x divided by sine power phi x plus cos power phi x dx. So let I is equal to 0 to pi by 2 sine power 5x divided by sine power 5x plus cos power 5x with respect to dx. So we know the property, that is, so if you have 0 to a f of x dx. This is also equal to 0 to a f of a minus x dx. That is property number 4. So using P4. So using P4 here, since we have 0 to pi by 2, I can change I as 0 to pi by 2. So let me take this as equation 1 first. Now a value is pi by 2. So a minus x becomes sine power 5 pi by 2 minus x whole divided by sine power 5 pi by 2 minus x plus cos power 5 pi by 2 minus x. So using allied angle property, that is sine pi by 2 minus theta is cos theta, cos pi by 2 minus theta is sine theta. So using allied angle property, we can write this as 0 to pi by 2. Here it becomes cos power 5x because sine pi by 2 minus x is cos x. Similarly, in the denominator it becomes cos power 5x plus sine power 5x. So let me take this as equation 2. Add equation 1 and 2. Now adding 1 and 2, this implies, so left hand side I plus I becomes 2I and right hand side is 0 to pi by 2 is the integral value. Since it is same, I can add the values here. So it becomes sine power 5x divided by sine power 5x plus cos power 5x plus cos power 5x divided by cos power 5x plus sine power 5x. So with respect to dx, since the denominator is same, I can add the numerator. So it becomes sine power 5x plus cos power 5x divided by sine power 5x plus cos power 5x dx. So cancels. Now there is only a constant 1. So integral of 1 into dx becomes, so that is integral 0 to pi by 2. Dx becomes only x. Now apply the limits from 0 to pi by 2. So then here I have 2I is equal to pi by 2 minus 0, which is pi by 2. So therefore I is equal to pi by 4. Hence the value of the integral is pi by 4. So this type of question carries 2 marks and again the property may get 4 marks. So therefore it will be in the form of 4 plus 2 marks. So hence this is the solution how you are going to do using the property of the definite integral. Next question here we have minus pi by 2 to pi by 2 sine power 7 dx. So from property 7, we know that when you have an integral from minus a to a f of x dx, so this is 2 times 0 to a f of x dx if f is even, and the same thing will become 0 if f is odd. So what is even? F of minus x must be f of x only. What is odd? F of minus x must be minus f of x. So let me take f of x is equal to sine power 7 into x. Now change f of minus x. F of minus x is sine to the power 7 minus x. What is sine of minus theta? It is minus sine theta. So this becomes minus sine power 7 into x. Sine power 7 into x is nothing but f of x. So therefore it is minus f of x. So therefore f is an odd function. F is an odd function. So therefore no need to evaluate this integral. We can directly write minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2 of sine power 7x dx is equal to 0. If you show that the given function is odd, then you can write easily it as 0. If it is even, then you can write it as 2 times 0 to a f of x dx. Next. Again here also the same thing we are going to apply. Put f of x is equal to sine power 5x cos power 4x. Now replace f of minus x, then it is sin power 5 of minus x, cos power 4 of minus x. Cos of minus theta is minus sin theta, so therefore it becomes same. And cos power minus theta, so cos of minus theta is cos theta only, so therefore it is cos power 4x. Now this is f of x, so that becomes minus f of x. So again, f is an odd function because we got f of minus x is equal to minus f of x. So therefore the value of the integral from minus 1 to 1 sin power 5x cos power 4x dx is 0. So the value of this integral is 0. Next, 0 to a root x divided by root x plus root of a minus x dx. So here we know that 0 to a f of x dx can be written as 0 to a f of a minus x dx. That is the property number 4. So now let I is equal to 0 to a root x divided by root x plus root a minus x dx. So let me take this as equation 1. Now using this property, what happens to I? So in the place of x, replace a minus x. It becomes 0 to a root of a minus x divided by root of a minus x plus, if you put a minus x here, a get cancelled, it becomes root x. With respect to dx, take it as equation 2. Add 1 and 2. Since the integral is same, denominator is root x plus root a minus x plus root x. So we can add the numerator directly. So adding 1 and 2, we get 2 times I 0 to a root x plus root a minus x divided by root x plus root a minus x dx. So we can cancel. We will get the integral 0 to a into dx, which is x. Let us apply as 0 to a. Now 2I is equal to, if you substitute the limits, it becomes a minus 0, which is equal to a. So therefore, integral value is a divided by 2. So very simple problem using the properties. So using property number 4, we can add the two integral and find the value of the integral. Next, 0 to pi by 2, 2 log sin x minus log sin 2x dx. First, put the value for sin 2x. What happens? 0 to pi by 2, 2 log sin x minus log 2 sin x cos x. Now here we have log x, y, z. So we know that log xy can be written as log x plus log y. Similarly, log xyz, if you have log x plus log y plus log z. So using the properties of logarithms, we can split this function. So then it becomes 0 to pi by 2, 2 log sin x minus, so this is log 2 plus log sin x plus log cos x. Now since outside you have negative, these 3 becomes negative with respect to dx. 2 log sin x minus log sin becomes 0 to pi by 2 log sin x minus log 2 minus log cos x dx. Okay, so this is what we got. So now we have evaluated. Let I is equal to 0 to pi by 2 log sin x minus log 2 minus log cos x dx. So let me take this as equation 1. Now using property 4, we know that is P4, 0 to a f of x dx can be written as 0 to a f of a minus x dx. So using this property, so replace x by pi by 2 minus x because we have a value as pi by 2. So then I is equal to 0 to pi by 2 log sine pi by 2 minus x minus log 2 minus log cos pi by 2 minus x with respect to x. Now using allied angle property, sin pi by 2 minus theta is cos theta, cos pi by 2 minus theta is sin theta. So this becomes 0 to pi by 2 log of cos x minus log 2 minus log of sin x into dx. So let me take this as equation 2. Now adding 1 and 2. What is 1 we have on the left hand side I plus I becomes 2I. Integral value is from 0 to pi by 2. Let me take the first. So let me take log sin x minus log 2 minus log cos x plus log cos x minus log 2 minus log sin x, adding both LHS and RHS dx we got. So you can clearly see log sin x minus log sin x minus log cos x plus log cos x cancel. So we have 2I 0 to pi by 2 minus log 2 becomes minus 2 log 2 dx. So let me take this outside because they are all constant. So then 2I is equal to minus 2 log 2 integral 0 to pi by 2 with respect to dx. 2 get cancels here. I is equal to minus log 2. What is the evaluation of this integral? X. 0 to pi by 2. Next here, apply the limits. So this is I minus log 2 and this becomes pi by 2 minus 0 which is pi by 2. So therefore this is I minus pi by 2 log 2. So this is the value of the given integral. Next question, 0 to 2 pi cos power 5x dx. So from property number 6, what does it says? 0 to 2a f of x dx can be written as 2 times 0 to a f of x dx. When f of 2a minus x is equal to f of x. And it is taken as 0 if f of 2a minus x is equal to minus f of x. So let me check this property here. So in the place of 2a, I have 2 pi. So let me take f of 2 pi minus x. Then it becomes cos power 5 2 pi minus x. So which is cos 2 pi minus x means obviously it lies in the fourth quadrant because 2 pi is 360. In the fourth quadrant cos is positive. So therefore it is cos power 5x which is f of x only. So now we got f of 2 pi minus x as f of x. If this holds, then I have to write the integral in the form of this. So therefore 0 to 2 pi cos power 5x dx can be written as 2 times 0 to pi f of x dx, which is nothing but 2 times 0 to pi cos power 5 x dx. Now again, let me see what is cos power 5 pi minus x. So since cos power 5 pi minus x is equal to minus cos power 5x. So integral from 0 to pi cos power 5 x dx becomes 0 because So here you are getting a minus x as minus f of x, and this is negative, and hence this function is 0. So therefore 0 to 2 pi cos power 5x dx is 2 times 0 to pi. Since this is 0, 2 times 0 is also 0. Hence the value of the given function is 0. Next, so we have 0 to pi by 2 root sin x divided by root sin x plus root cos x. Again applying the property number 4. That is, so if you have 0 to a f of x dx, you can write this in the form of 0 to a f of a minus x dx. So let me take this integral as I is equal to 0 to pi by 2 root sin x divided by root sin x plus root cos x dx. Let me take this as equation 1. Now apply fourth property, then it becomes 0 to pi by 2 root sin pi by 2 minus x whole divided by root sin pi by 2 minus x plus root cos pi by 2 minus x. So with respect to dx, so after solving we get I is equal to 0 to pi by 2 root cos x divided by root cos x plus root sin x. So take this as equation 2. Now adding both equation 1 and 2, adding 1 and 2, we get 2i is equal to 0 to pi by 2 root sin x plus root cos x divided by root sin x plus root cos x dx. So both get cancels. We get 2i integral with respect to dx becomes x. Apply the limit 0 to pi by 2, then it becomes pi by 2 minus 0. Now 2i is pi by 2. So therefore what is I? I value is pi by 4. So this is the value of the given integral. Next, pi by 6 pi by 3 dx divided by 1 plus root tan x. Now put tan x is equal to sin x by cos x. So if you put tan x is equal to sin x by cos x, then this integral becomes pi by 6 pi by 3. So here we have root tan x. Root tan x can be written as root sin x by root cos x. Then it is 1 here. Then it becomes 1 plus root sin x by cos x. So with respect to dx. Again here after evaluating we will get pi by 6 to pi by 3. And here it becomes root cos x divided by root cos x plus root sin x. So if this is in the fraction form, then this is root cos x plus root sin x by root cos x. Root cos x can be shifted to the numerator and here it becomes dx. Now using property 3, what does property 3 says? Property 3 says if you have an integral from a to b f of x dx, then this is also equal to a to b f of a plus b minus x dx. So this is property number 2. So property 2 says whenever you have integral from a to b f of x dx, you can write this in the form of a plus b minus x dx. So let me take this as I. So let I is equal to pi by 6 to pi by 3 root cos x divided by root cos x plus root sin x. So let me take this as equation 1. Now using property number 2, it becomes I is equal to integral pi by 6 to pi by 3. So root of cos, so this is a plus b is pi by 6 plus pi by 3 minus x whole divided by root cos pi by 6 plus pi by 3 minus x plus root sin pi by 3, 6 plus pi by 3 minus x dx. Now here again integral pi by 6 to pi by 3. Pi by 6, pi by 3. So that is 60 plus 30, 90. Pi by 2 minus x. Cos pi by 2 minus x is sin x. So this becomes root sin x. And similarly in the denominator it becomes root sin x plus root cos x. Again let me take this as equation 2. Adding 1 and 2. Adding 1 and 2. This implies 2I is equal to integral from pi by 6 to pi by 3 root sin x plus root cos x divided by root sin x plus root cos x cancels with respect to dx. So this can be written as pi by 6 to pi by 3 dx. So now what does we get? X. So 2I is equal to x. Apply the integral as pi by 6, pi by 3, which is pi by 3 minus pi by 6 again. 60 minus 30, which is 30. So therefore here we get this as pi by 6. So therefore we have 2I is equal to pi by 6. What is I? I is equal to pi by 12. So this is the value of the given integral. So thus this is all about the properties of definite integrals, and hence this completes the chapter of integrals. So here we have learned the various methods of finding the integrals of the given derivative of a function, and we have also learned about the definite integrals as well as its properties. A very important chapter for completely 22 marks in the examination. We'll meet you in the next session with the new chapter. Until then, keep watching, keep learning, keep exploring. Thank you.